Ugh. It's too hard to tell what's happening within the castle from here. I sure hope Alaya made it safely inside and things are going okay. Is it too much to expect her to come back out and tell us that all is well and good?
Good grief. Are you still spying on the castle?
Of course I am! After all, Alaya's at the top of my list of potential sworn sisters.
Don't tell me there's an actual list. I'm sure Her Highness is safe and sound. We should get a move on and return to Lycaros Castle.
You know what? I think I should go to Rendal Castle and check for myself.
And what do you hope that achieves?
Once I have confirmed she is okay, then the two of us can have tea and then maybe, just maybe... If I make a good impression, she'll agree to perform the vow of sisterhood with me.
Are you still hung up on that?
So what? Do you want your skull cracked?
No, my apologies. I didn't realize you were being serious.
I don't have any relatives, so I've always longed for a family of my own.
Is that so? For someone who comes off as so strong and free-spirited, you're actually quite the softie. Then why don't we make a vow as sworn brother and sister?
What?
No, never mind. I was just thinking it might work since I don't have any next of kin either. What are you doing? What was that for?
I didn't realize you also cared for that kind of thing.
I wouldn't say I care for it. It's just I felt sorry for you, so...
Well, if you're gonna beg and plead with me, who am I to deprive you of such joy? My heartiest of hearts could never refuse such a request. So, top or bottom?
Top or bottom what now?
Not the sharpest tool on the rack, are ya? I mean, which one of us is gonna be at the top of the sibling food chain?
Do we have to get that detailed?
Then how about I be the younger sister?
Sure. Fine by me. Whatever makes you happy. Hey!
What's the matter, oh brotherly brother?
Nothing. I was merely wondering where you were going.
Well, it's almost time for lunch. So I thought I'd go hunt us some game in these woods. Do you want to come along, big brother?
Sure. Why not?
Once we are renourished, perhaps you could allow me one small favor?
Why so formal all of a sudden? Aren't we supposed to be sworn siblings?
Well, I'm worried about Alaya, you see. So I was wondering if we could, take a teeny, tiny, itty-bitty moment to go check on her?
Not that again.
What do you mean, not that again?
I meant that you don't have to keep asking about it.
Oh, then you're saying...
That I too am concerned for her. So yes, let's go check on her.
You're the biggest and bestest brother ever!
All right, let's get a meal in our bellies and move on.
Alaya.
Brother.
relieved to see you. So very relieved.
I am sorry for all the concern.
Did you meet up with Isaac and Effinger by any chance?
No. Should I, have expected them?
They left the castle to go search for you, but they have yet to return.
I wasn't aware.
But you know those two. I am sure they shall be back soon.
Brother, if I may,
What is it, Alaya?
why are we in Rundal Castle? I heard rumors that you betrayed Jaden.
I did nothing of the sort.
But
Even now, my loyalty to King Jaden remains untarnished.
if that's the case, then why would you attack Jaden, take his ring, and then continue to occupy Rundal Castle?
I would never dare sit upon his throne. To do so would be a sacrilege against King Jaden. I am merely protecting the castle's throne until the true King Jaden returns to us.
The true Jaden?
That is correct. The true King Jaden would never have relied on Leonis for their help or lose to Sadali. The man before me was an impostor, and as such he answered to my spear.
But brother, what is all this talk of a true Jaden? And where could he possibly be?
He must have grown fed up with our piffling wars and hidden himself away. However, he shall someday return here to this very throne room. That is why preparations for his return proceed as we speak.
What preparations do you speak of?
We are creating a gun for him. We have gathered the most famed gunsmiths from across Ardra and have them focusing all their skills into building this great weapon. It shall be the ultimate gun, fitting for and only wieldable by King Jaden himself. Once we have that, King Jaden shall once again grace us with his presence here at Rundal Castle. Of this, I have no doubt.
Princess Alaya, it is good to see you safe and well.
Gernsback, you must tell me. Does my brother truly believe that Jaden will somehow come back if he builds this ultimate gun he speaks of?
I fear so.
But why?
I can only share my personal conjecture.
I would hear it.
Perhaps this is a rite His Majesty must go through in order to realize that King Jaden is never going to reappear. Even having prepared the ultimate gun, the weapon shall go unclaimed. And that shall be the proof that this true King Jaden never existed.
Does my brother still fear Jaden that much?
Yes, my lady.
So without this extreme measure, my brother will never be able to leave the shadow of Jaden that looms over him.
That is the gravity of King Jaden's presence in His Majesty's life, one would imagine.
You still call him King Jaden despite all that has happened, even though the alliance between our two kingdoms is as good as broken.
There was a time when I thought King Oberon should part ways with King Jaden and stand independent. However, it was only after losing King Jaden that I became acutely aware of the magnitude of that man's importance to my liege. I do not wish to admit it, but King Oberon is currently like a bird that, despite having wings, does not yet know how to fly. His Majesty should have been able to stand beside King Jaden and reign supreme over all Ardra. There is no use crying over spilled milk now, mind you.
Thank you, Gernsback. I grow tired. My apologies, but could you show yourself out?
Of course, my lady. I shall excuse myself.
How would my brother react if Jaden did in fact reappear before his eyes? Would he apologize for his actions? Or would he attempt to eliminate Jaden all over again? Either way, I cannot allow the two of them to meet just yet. First things first, though. I need to deal with the matter of Jeter. I would feel much more reassured if only Ravelka were here.
Where could she have got to? Nea, any luck?
I was unable to find her anywhere.
Where could Lady Effinger be?
She went to the river at the back of the village to bathe, saying that her wounds had mostly healed. I took my eyes off her for only a second.
Do you think she seeks revenge? And now heads for Rundle Castle in pursuit of Jeter?
It is possible.
We should go after her. If we leave now, we may be able to catch up to her.
Agreed.
That must be his room.
How inappropriate for a princess to be creeping into a gentleman's room in the mid of night. I assume Jeter's the one you seek? But unfortunately, I think you will find he is not around. Say, why don't we join forces?
Join forces? What in the world are you talking about?
You seek conclusive proof that Jeter is conspiring with the Sanctum, do you not?
I have no idea what you speak of.
Oh, you do not need to play the fool with me. We are both princesses here. Let us help one another out. But unlike you, my misfortunes are at an all-time worst. Exiled from my motherland, I am now reliant on Oberon's benevolence in permitting me to stay here.
So your wish is to return once more to Ovis, then?
That's right. So how about it? With my help, you can root out all the Sanctum sympathizers nested within Heindler.
Well, I appreciate your kind offer to help. It is not within my power to influence anything regarding Ovis.
You need but simply put in a good word for me with Oberon. I don't think it is that bad a deal, is it?
Then tell me, where is Jeter?
Recently, he is in the habit of sneaking out of the castle about this time of night. I expect he is headed for the southern woods again tonight. Rendezvousing with a Sanctum monk, I would assume. You understand what is afoot, do you not? Jeter and the Sanctum's final goal is to destroy Rundal and Heindler.
Now Rundal has been decimated. I suppose we are next.
Jeter plans to start by killing off the rest of the Six Fangs. You had best hurry if you wish to stop him. If you do not do anything about him, then things shall soon reach the point of no return.
I understand.
I never expected Alaya would make it back alive. Let alone that she will return harboring suspicions about Jeter of the Six Fangs. She must have gotten wind of him somewhere on her travels. Quite the keen mind, I must say. But sadly, it's going to get her killed.
What brings your highness here this late at night?
I merely wish to enjoy the night breeze. Could you open the gates for me?
But your highness...
Did you not hear the order I just gave you?
Of course, my lady. But I beg you, please be careful out there. Monsters often appear near the castle in the wee hours.
Thank you for your concern, but I will be all right. I shall not be venturing far. Shelza said the southern woods, I believe. Then that is where I shall begin. I've walked quite a distance, but there's no sight or sound of anyone out here. Has Jeter really come this deep into the woods to make contact with the Sanctum? Is this simply an act of caution, or... Something's not right. Has Jeter returned to the castle already? Or worse, is this one of Shelza's lies? Someone's there. It must be Jeter.
You say Lord Sodali's despair is so deep that he no longer shows his face.
It is true.
And not only that, the mercenaries he hired have left the Sanctum in droves. As a result, the Sanctum's might has considerably declined. Is this also true?
Yes, but Whisper and the rest of His Holiness's Divine Guard remain strong. Lord Jeter, don't tell me you also mean to abandon the faith.
Do you doubt my devotion?
No, that is not what I...
There is no need for concern. My heart remains with Lord Sodali, always. Besides, I view the current weakening of the Sanctum as a blessing in disguise.
How is this a blessing?
We have no need for mercenaries who only act in the name of guild. An army made up only of true believers is what should stand behind His Holiness. That is indeed the form the Sanctum should assume. Do you not agree?
I agree wholeheartedly.
Now, do not worry about my mission here in Heimdler. It goes according to plan.
You mean those two members of the Six Fangs?
Yes, they have been disposed of. It was quite simple, really.
Then, that just leaves...
The astrologer Moore has left Heimdler, saying she would return to her homeland. And Resnick still loyally follows me without even the slightest of suspicions.
Then only Gernsback remains a problem.
Indeed. While he will be a little troublesome to deal with, there are plenty of openings.
Once the Six Fangs are out of the way, Oberon will be easy pickings.
Even with the 2 rings at his command, it will be impossible for him to fight us all off on his own.
Aren't you forgetting me?
Well, well. If it isn't our dear Princess Alaya.
I do not consider myself your princess, nor dear to you for that matter. I shall have you stand trial for conspiring with the Sanctum. What's so amusing?
You just said something about me forgetting you.
What of it?
Well, I did not forget you at all. It is just that you are simply not worth counting as any form of obstacle.
Oh, please. You know quite well what I can do with my pistols.
You truly were raised only ever getting your way, weren't you?
Oh no.
Oh yes, I'm afraid.
You betrayed me.
You still do not comprehend matters? I set you up from the start.
This far away from the castle, there will be no one around to hear your screams.
Well, it is growing quite late. Time to go to sleep, princess. For eternity.
Oh, what's this? All those bold words, and this is the best you can muster?
Do not think badly of me. This is the only way I can get what I want.
What you want? You mean Ovis?
That's right.
Haven't you been exiled from Ovis? Returning now would achieve nothing.
Were I on my own, that would most certainly be true. But with the Sanctum's backing? Well, that's another matter. At first I tried seducing Oberon into allowing me to remain in Heimdler in order to get my hands on Ovis.
As if my brother would ever unite with the likes of you.
As much as I loathe to admit it, you are right.
And that is why you threw your lot in with Jeter?
Once I knew I could not join with Heimdler, I had no choice but to cozy up with the Sanctum instead. As long as I can take back Ovis, I shall be content.
And you really think Ovis will just welcome you back?
There's no need to worry about that. Those conceited fools who stole my precious Ovis away from me. MacLeod, Valtoa, and the rest of those ingrates? Well, I shall have them all executed. And then, I shall be free to do as I please. Should any of the soldiers foolishly oppose me, I shall kill them in front of all to see. Didn't you know? If you show the rabble their own kind being killed over and over, they soon fall in line. And then, I shall be able to enjoy delicacies and finery to my heart's content.
All that just so you can indulge yourself?
Of course. And why not? I was born a royal. The blood that flows in my veins is above that of the commoners, and that is why I have the right to rule over them. I desire all the luxuries the world has to offer, along with everyone's envy.
What absurdity! I shall not abide Ovis ever being left in the hands of one such as you!
I'm afraid you're literally in no position to talk. Here I was pitying you, thinking I should put you out of your misery. But now I think I might torment you some more. I shall cut you, working my way up from your fingertips, until your arrogant face is covered in tears as you plead for your life. Serves you right. And if you want to blame someone for this, try blaming your stupid brother and his poor decisions. Abandoning Ovis and his adoration of Jaden is what brought this upon you. You don't want to die? You wish to live longer? Of course you do. In that case, you need but do one little thing for me. Lick my boots. Come on now. A daughter of Heindler's royal family, one through whose veins runs the blood of dragons, licking my boots. Just the thought of it makes my heart race. What's taking you? Hurry up and start licking already.
My stupid brother and his poor decisions.
Exactly. Are there any other words more fitting?
Clearly, his decisions came from a place of wisdom.
What did you just say?
If my brother had betrothed himself to a woman as depraved as you, it would have been an eternal stain on our family.
Silence! I thought I might show you a little compassion, but instead, I shall kill you, here and now. Who did that?
I finally found you. Lady Elia!
Thank you. You arrived in the nick of time.
We failed to put you down, it seems.
Cheater. I've come to avenge Isaac!
Ah, it all makes sense now. I haven't been able to make contact with my Goga Shinobi friends of late. You went to their village.
Yes, and we raised it.
Is that so? Well, I was going to cut ties with them sooner or later anyway, so you most likely did me a favor there. Now then, let us prolong this no longer. This time, I shall ensure Effinger has indeed breathed her last. And you, Princess Elia, it is time for you to bid this world farewell.
Not so fast, Jack-a-dandy!
That voice. What are you doing here?
I snuck away from the Goga village when Revelka and Nea took their eyes off me and made my way here. While I was observing the goings-on within Rundal Castle, I chanced upon Aldoa and Grifford. And that is when we spied Shalza emerging from the castle, and followed her into the forest.
I see. But Oldoa, weren't you meant to be on your way back to join up with the rest of Rundal's forces?
We were worried about you, so we delayed our return.
Thank you.
Grifford has already passed word of this on to King Oberon for us.
Which means these woods will soon be swarming with reinforcements.
I see. However, I have no intention of relying on my brother and his men.
What the?
I will put an end to this myself. And you shall learn to fear the blood of the dragon!
What is it with these three?
Not nice to be on the other end of the boot, is it?
Cheater, your tricks and ploys will work on me no more. So just accept your fate, acknowledge your sins, and confess your misdeeds.
To hell with you all! I am one of the Six Fangs. How can I lose to a little girl such as you?
This is what you get for underestimating the blood of the dragon. I shall not kill you. Not until you have atoned for all your sins.
If I am going to die, then you shall join me in the grave, Alaya! What is this?
Brother?
Took you long enough.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oberon!
Cheater, I have several questions you shall answer. Rivelka, Nea. Accompany Jeter back to the castle along with Gernsback.
Yes, Your Majesty.
As you command.
It seems I owe you a great debt, Grifford.
Think nothing of it.
But to think that we would meet again in such manner as this.
These two rescued me when Rundal Castle came under attack by Gilgamesh.
They were also the ones who rescued me when I was on the verge of death after Jeter and his Goga shinobi attacked me.
Is that so? Then you both truly have my heartfelt appreciations.
Well, if you will excuse us, we should be on our way.
Thank you, Oldoa.
Oh, it was nothing. I only did what anyone would have done.
Let us meet again someday. Until then, take care, my little sworn sister.
Wait, I'm to be the younger sister?
I see. So Shalza managed to escape?
That woman is dangerous.
Indeed. Recent events have made me keenly aware of that. I shall organize a search party as soon as possible to have her detained. And she shall be punished accordingly. I promise you.